Hey guys, so with the Sephora sale coming up, I thought it would be a good idea to share some Sephora products that I don't really think are worth the money, even on sale. Even if you are a VIB member and you get the full 20% off, I still don't really think these are worth the money. Most of these products are not bad products. One of them is like just all around bad. The rest of them are like not total duds or anything like that, but I just don't really think they're worth the high price tag. So last week I also posted my recommendations and wish list, so I'll link that down below for you, as well as my similar video from the spring. In that video I shared both my recommendations and products that I would skip, so check that out if you want to hear even more of my opinions. But let's go ahead and get started. Let's start with the product that really is an all-around fail. This is so hilariously bad. I really don't recommend it. This is the Ilia Liquid Powder Chromatic Eye Tint. I have the shade Dim. First of all, this shade is not a great choice for me. It really, on my skin tone, just kind of makes me look like I have a black eye or a bruise on my eye, which is not really what I'm going for with my eyeshadow looks usually, or ever. Aside from the shade, which I can get past, I mean, they have, you know, several shades available in this line, the formula of this is so just impossible to work with. It is patchy. It's hard to blend, and it does dry down to a powder finish like it says, which could be nice, but unfortunately, because of that aspect of this product, it's also impossible to layer any kind of powder eyeshadow on top of this. So if you were hoping to use this as like an eyeshadow base, forget about it, because your shadows just aren't going to stick. Any powder shadow that you put on top of this is also going to go on patchy. It's going to just completely not want to cling to certain parts of your eyelid. That doesn't necessarily matter too much if this is meant to be like a one and done standalone eyeshadow. I think that's great. I love a one and done shadow myself, but it looks awful on its own too, because it won't even, like, you'll see in the demo, because I did film a demo for you guys, there was a whole part of my lid where it just wouldn't stick to my lid. Like, it was just, it would not stay in that spot, so then I tried to build up more. Eventually I was kind of able to get it looking even-ish, and then I tried blending it out, as you saw, with both a brush and my finger, but even then it looked super patchy. And when I wanted to try to blend out the edge with a brush that normally works great with any kind of cream shadow or liquid shadow, it won't blend. It just sticks to right to where it is, it sets down, and that's it. You're stuck with a patchy bruise of an eyeshadow look. So I don't recommend this. I assumed some of the shades would look a little bit more flattering, but even looking past that, I don't think the formula is very good at all, especially for the price. It's like $20-something, and normally with products I don't like, I can sort of say, okay, well, this didn't work for me because of this and this, but maybe if you like such and such, you would like this. I can't really think of any redeeming qualities in this product, so unfortunately, it's just a total miss. But fortunately, that is the only product in this group of products that I think is just terrible. The rest of the products are not bad, but they're just not worth the money. So while we're talking about eyeshadows, this is actually something that I picked up in the spring Sephora sale this year, and I honestly do regret buying this. I am making an effort to use it as much as possible because I did spend my money on it, but this is the Supergoop Shimmershade with SPF 30. I have the shade Daybreak, so this is essentially a cream eyeshadow with SPF, which is a really cool concept. That is what sold me on it. I was like, oh wow, an eyeshadow with SPF, that's so unique and innovative, and it is, but I also think I was kind of won over by the marketing because I am really into SPF. I just enjoy trying out different SPF products, but you can wear sunscreen on your eyelids. Not chemical sunscreens, those sting my eyes really badly, but mineral sunscreens don't sting my eyes at all. I can put them all around the eye area, totally fine. There are also SPF eye creams that you can use, but honestly, I recommend just using any mineral sunscreen around your eyes, totally fine. So if you think about it, I don't really need a product like this, because I already wear SPF on my eyelids. So for that reason, I just don't think this is a necessary thing for me to spend money on. It was $24, I think, for just a single eyeshadow, and the shade of this is really nothing unique. I feel like if this had like some kind of really cool like duochrome effect to it, I would be more into it, but it's just a very basic like champagne rose gold type of shade, which is beautiful. It's not a bad color, but I just have colors like this in so many palettes that I own. So I do kind of feel like this was overpriced for something that I don't really need. Now, I'm not saying that this wouldn't be useful to anybody. Maybe you just want something to give you a little bit of extra protection on your eyelids, or if you spend a lot of time outside. I do think it's a really nice product for that purpose, but otherwise I just don't think this is something it's necessary to spend $24 on. The other reason why I feel like this was kind of a waste of money for me is because I bought it in like March or April, whenever the Sephora spring sale was, and the expiration date on here is February 2022, and that is really referring to the SPF ingredients. It's not that I can't use this after that date, but it's just that the SPF won't be 100% effective after that date. So I didn't even get really a full year out of this product. I am just now making an effort to use it more often as just like an eyeshadow base. It's actually what I did today. Because it is such a neutral light color, I can do that and it works well, and it's nice to know that I'm getting some extra SPF there, but there's no way I'm going to use this all up by February. There's just no way. So that's also a bummer. Now, I don't know if I just happened to get one that was older. Maybe most of them have a longer shelf life, but yeah, I just wish I hadn't bought this because it's just not something I need and it expired so quickly. So the next product is another eyeshadow product that I just don't think is worth the price, even though I don't think it's bad. I don't dislike it at all. But it's the Urban Decay Naked Wild West palette. I do like this palette. I've even said that many times before. I think it's a nice palette. I did receive this in PR. I'll be honest, I would not have bought this with my own money, but now that I've had the chance to try it, I do like it more than I thought I would. I feel like it is a lot more versatile than I originally thought when I first saw like the photos of it. So I will give it that. But I just don't think the formula is anything that special, and I don't think it warrants a $49 price tag. Even if you're able to get like the full 20% off, I would recommend waiting. If this palette and this color story really is calling your name and you think you would use it a ton, I would wait for it to go on sale for even more than that. Am I mistaken? I feel like Urban Decay Naked palettes often go on sale, or maybe not often, but occasionally go on sale for half off on their website. And I thought I saw when this first came out that this was limited edition, but now that I'm looking at Sephora, it doesn't say that, so maybe that was also just a marketing thing. But anyway, regardless, I do think one day this will go on sale for more than 20% off, and if then you still really, really want it, that would be, I think, the time to buy it. But I just don't think it's worth $40 to $50. There are no like truly bad shades or dud shades in this palette. They all, show up on the eyes, they show up true to color. The shimmers are pretty, although some of them are kind of dry and flaky, so for that reason I just don't think it's worth the full price, or even like a slight sale price, which, let's be honest, the Sephora VIB sale, it's not that revolutionary of a percentage off, So I would skip that in the Sephora sale if I were you. Okay, and then I also have a couple of lip products. Actually, another Urban Decay product. This is their new Vice Plumping Shine Balm. It's essentially a plumping gloss. It's got a light tint to it. I have the shade My Dude. It looks very, very vibrant and bright in here, but it goes on like a much more sheer wash of this color on the lips. You guys know I do really like the new reformulated Vice lipsticks, and those were actually included in my recommendations video. Those are $19 a piece. These are $20 a piece, and I just find it strange that they're charging more for these when the packaging just looks so basic and cheap, while the packaging on the lipsticks is really cool looking. It's like unique, it feels very sturdy, feels more expensive. This just looks like any like $8 lip gloss, And I also don't think the formula is anything revolutionary. It has a slight minty tingle to it like most plumping glosses do. It does give your lips a slight fullness like any gloss would, but it's not going to make you look like you have lip filler or something. I mean, I feel like that's pretty impossible for a lip gloss to do, but for a sheer tinted like gloss balm, I just don't think it's that great. I would recommend instead of this the E.L.F. lip plumping gloss. Those are great. Or the Milani plumping lip gloss. Actually, that's what I have on my lips right now in the shade Soft Rose. Beautiful gloss. I just don't think you need to spend like $15 to $20 on a gloss that's just like any other gloss. Another lip product, this is another one that was kind of a letdown for me. This is the Paula's Choice Hyaluronic Acid and Peptide Lip Booster with squalane, quite a mouthful. You guys know I love so many Paula's Choice products. I feel like it's very rare that they put out a bad product, and this isn't bad. I just think it's severely overpriced and it's nothing special. The nicest thing about this is the metal applicator. That feels really nice. It just glides across your lips. Very cooling, feels great. But other than that, this is just a clear, kind of glossy lip balm that for me is not thick enough for the nighttime. I prefer something that's gonna really stay on my lips all night and kind of heal them during the night. So it's a fine daytime lip balm, I guess, but it's $29, which is just a kind of ridiculous price for a tiny tube of lip balm. And also, Paula's Choice makes my favorite lip balm called their Lip and Body Treatment Balm that comes in like a white pot. For $15, you get way more product, and that one works so much better than this one. So just knowing that they make that, like, hidden gem that no one talks about, makes this $29 lip balm seem kind of silly. And it just doesn't do that much for my lips. If you want one in a squeezy tube like this, I recommend the Kopari lip glossies. Those are kind of a similar type of formula. They're like a glossy looking lip balm. Those are only like $12, I think. So get that instead of this if you want a good like squeezy tube lip balm, but this is just overpriced. Even if you're getting a slight discount on it, I would skip that. So the last two products that I wanted to talk about that I feel are not worth the money are both cleansing balms. This first one is the Farmacy Clearly Clean Makeup Melt Away Cleansing Balm. So this is a new version of their cleansing balm. Now I have not tried their original Green Clean, but this is, I think from what I understand, meant to be like a fragrance-free version of that. I think it's basically the same thing. I don't know. Maybe the formula is slightly different. If you've tried both, you'll have to let us know. But I was surprised by how much I didn't like this because I know Farmacy, like this, their Green Clean is such an iconic product. It comes with a little spatula, which is nice because it is kind of a firm cleansing balm. And the nice thing about it is it does melt between your fingers really nice and smoothly. It doesn't get all like weird and gritty like some do. So that is nice. But this just feels kind of waxy on my skin, and I found it kind of hard to rinse off, harder than I would expect for such an expensive cleansing balm. Now, if you want a good fragrance-free cleansing balm that is actually a little bit cheaper than this per ounce that you can get at Sephora, I would highly recommend the Paula's Choice Omega Plus cleansing balm. That one is so nice. That is one of my favorite like first cleanses that I've tried. That one at full price is $28 for the same amount of product as this. And it comes in a squeezy tube, which is surprisingly nice. I never thought that that would be like that much better than a jar like this, but it's a lot more convenient. You don't have to dig it out of there. I mean, even with this one, it comes with a spatula, but I don't know. I just prefer a tube, and that one is so much more effective. It rinses off so much more easily than this one, removes all your makeup. So if you're wanting to get a nice, higher end cleansing balm, I recommend that one, and that one is also sold at Sephora. All right, the other cleansing balm that I've been trying that I also don't really like for the same reasons as the Farmacy one, honestly. This is the first product I tried from this brand. It's the Youth to the People Super Berry Dream Cleansing Balm. It's a new launch from them, also received this in PR. I didn't realize how expensive Youth to the People was. That is such a hard brand name to say, by the way. This one is also $34 for basically the same amount of product. It's a little bit less, 3.35 ounces versus 3.4. I kind of don't love this for the same reasons that I don't love the Farmacy one. It just feels kind of waxy. It doesn't rinse away as easily as some do, like the Paula's Choice one, or the Fourth Ray Beauty Cleansing Oil, which I also love for a more affordable option. This one is scented, very lightly scented, but it kind of smells like orange sherbet, which I don't mind. It's pleasant. I was really excited to try it. For some reason, like, the marketing of it made me think I was going to love it, but I was just kind of like, oh, this is it? And I've also noticed that this one kind of burns my eyes, which doesn't often happen to me with cleansing balms. So just another thing I am not a huge fan of. It's not terrible, like I'm able to use it, but I kind of feel like it shouldn't do that. So really don't recommend either one of these. Save yourself some money. You really don't need to spend high-end money on a cleansing balm. Like I said, Fourth Ray Beauty Cleansing Oil is fantastic, but if you do want to pick one up in the Sephora sale, I would recommend the Paula's Choice. So those are all the products that I would recommend skipping in the Sephora sale. Hopefully I was able to save you a little bit of money in this video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you've not already. I would love to see you over on my Patreon as well. I have bonus videos go up over there every single month. And otherwise, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and hopefully I'll talk to you very soon in my next video. Bye!